Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Black 20.
Hey, pick it up, defense. That's
Snickers. Now spin.
36.
Black.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he will find Scott on the right side complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Here we go. Black 30. 55. 44. Hey, alert. 55 is marked, guys. 55. Here we go.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ryan Switzer, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 26. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Dancing to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. Third down here.
And 10 yards to go.
380.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Throwing is Wilson. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at first and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a third straight All-Pro season. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On 1st down, it's Scott. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24. The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the gun, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete to Scott. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boston Scott, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. The point after is good. And the lead is up to 15 now. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Able to find Switzer. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Wilson to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On third down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together Charles a nice stick pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger, Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Boston Scott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way.
That's caught inside the 20. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Watch the screen.
Now Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
You see me out here? No, right? We can't be stopped.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. After the interception, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Let's go, baby.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start with a give to counter, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, a run with counter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Now it's Roethlisberger. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Roethlisberger will throw. Trying to lay. He's got it at the 15. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards there, 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Back to throw. Connor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Let's get it. All right, now, flag 20. Right there, 54 Mike. Snickers, 66. Flag 20.
Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wilson. On the move to his left. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. David Moore, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here.
Go down. Hey, switch gears. Switch. 14. Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Right there. White 80. Right there. 54 Mike. Danny.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And now it's 2nd down. Here's Scott. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases.
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Watch 30. Watch 55. I'm going to run you over.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from... Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great start to the second quarter, better than 30 yards. Wilson. Charles, you talk so much about quick change play. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. Wilson now, operating from the gun. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready? Black 20.
Mike 54. Hey, watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. How about Ben Roethlisberger, his 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. On the carry, this is Scott. And he's taken down inside the 30. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK DK Metcalf. 88 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Now Myers for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's now 3rd down.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Flushed out right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Green, 85.
55 is my guy, 55. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Kill, kill, kill.
Throwing now is Wilson. Steps away. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10.
Let's go.
50. Crunch time, defense.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
A gain of 13. It's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. That's correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. He's back to throw. Able to find Switzer. Well, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, check. Mike, 50.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, wahoo!
Back to throw. They still can't get it. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew,